Welcome to the final day of the IQ Foil European Championships, and we are literally going straight into racing. I'm joined once again by Aaron McIntosh, coach to the stars and all-time all-round legendary rim surfer. We're going straight in. I'm just going to quickly explain exactly what's going on today. We've got 12 riders, 12 men, 12 women, and it is a winner-take-all format. We've got 3 races. The first race will have all 12 in. After the race, the top 8 will be left in, 4 will be gotten rid of. Then we'll do another race, the top 4 will stay in, and we'll finish with 4 riders, and the winner of that 4 will be the European champion. We're doing it with the women, we're doing it with the men. First up is the men. I'm happy to be quick here because we are already into starting sequence. It's gone pretty hectic.
It's pretty exciting, Ben. You know, we've got an America's Cup format today. We've got a reaching start, a downwind, upwind, long reach, short reach to the finish. This race is going to take about 6 to 8 minutes depending on the breeze. It's tricky. You can't hit the ley lines, a little bit soft on the right side of the course. Tactics, strategy, yacht racing at its finest. Yeah, the legends are here. The PWA players, the RSX players, it's all on.
Yeah, we got a couple of Olympic hopefuls in this. Kieran Badlow, Thomas Goya. Both of these guys are going to the Olympics to represent their countries, France and the Netherlands. Obviously, these two would be favourite, I would say, in these conditions. So although they've not been leading overall this week, that doesn't count for anything. It's 0 points. So 12 riders. Nicholas Goya, been on form all week, leading the qualifying series into this race. Matteo Iachino, devastating in the slalom. Sebastian Kördel, again, dominated the slalom. They're all up there. Thomas Goya, Amado Vreeswijk. I mentioned before, Kieran Badlow. We've got Maciej Rakowski, Elo Colombo, the local Swiss rider. We got Tom Arnoux. We've got Mateus Isaac from Brazil. It's an open European Championships. That's why you're seeing the Brazilian in there. We got Clement Boudoise, and we've got Michinski, the Polish coach, who is up there once again and has a chance of a medal. So this is the first race. 12 riders in it. It's all about being in the top 8. 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th get kicked out after this race and will not go any further in the competition. So all about top 8. That's all you've got to do. All you've got to do.
And we're counting them in.
Here we go. 10 seconds to the start. Let's see if we can pick him out. We've got Mateus Isaac on the right-hand side with that Brazilian flag. We've got the Italian. Looks like Matteo Iachino just down with him. Colombo. Oh, it looks close, didn't it? At that line, there's a few pumps off. We've got Pont Michinski. Oh, it's a general recall, so we've already lost riders. This is tense, Aaron.
Okay.
Let's back to the start. Let's see who's got the bin. That's pretty scary.
Wow, I mean, this is scary. You've got to imagine.
I'm sitting here, I'm tense, those riders are tense, and some of them jump the gun, they're out. European Championships over for them. Back to the beach.
This is crazy. I have never witnessed this format before. It's been done, but I have not been commentating, and I'm feeling nervous. I don't know how the hell these guys are. Basically, the all-week racing is literally qualifying to get into this top 12. It's all been about today and these next 3 races. We've already had that one race. We've had PMSs, or sorry, OCSs as they're called these days, and they will be kicked out and won't be able to win a medal. Have we lost one of the big boys? Have we lost someone who's qualified in the top 3? Maybe. We don't know.
So hopefully we'll hear back real soon what's going on, who's made it, who's heading for the early showers. So, geez, Isaac was pretty close up there on the boat there. He did look early.
He did. There was a few though, wasn't there? Michinski looked in the middle line. We don't see that line. Hopefully we can get the drone on the start line next time, just so we can see the angles. But we're waiting to see. There's a couple of guys pumping off downwind. Who are they? Let's focus in on these guys that are heading this way, because chances are, if they're coming this way, they were over the line first. So check the 2 riders. Let's get them on the camera if we can. Can we pick those guys up? We'll get a sneak on the right-hand side, boys. Pan bright. Because there's definitely 2 riders coming this way. Anybody listening to me? Come on,
I think that's a couple of the ladies doing a bit of a test
run
there.
Okay.
Maybe not heading for the showers just yet.
Okay,
I'm tense, mate.
Oh. Eliminated is Poland 1 to 6. Michinski.
There we go, Michinski.
Also, 3 sailors.
3 sailors.
To run the seat because 1 sailor will be eliminated. So 3 are ready.
Okay, so we're hearing 3 sailors over the line.
Michinski.
I heard Nicholas Goya
Amado Vrieswijk
and Vrieswijk.
Miroslav Maczynski.
So we'll run through that again because we don't know if we're hearing that right. But from what we just heard, I'm pretty sure I heard Nicholas Goya, Amado Vrieswijk, and Maczynski. Oh,
That's some big players that have just been knocked out this early on. This is makes it easier for the guys that are still in. That's one place that's going to get removed from this this first round. That's got to be a little bit of relief for the guys that actually started clear.
but how about Nicholas Goya? Qualified for this final in first place. Do you think the pressure got to him? Did he need to push so hard on the start? I mean,
Well,
whoa.
I know in the boat park this morning he's not a fan of this format, and hey, you got to play that to your advantage, but certainly not his advantage right now. Jump the gun early, nerves,
Man,
stress.
that is going to be an absolute devastator. Was it Thomas Goya? Was it Nicholas Goya? We're still waiting for confirmation of that. If it is, he is going to be devastated. He led the qualification series into this race, and we're now staring an OCS in the face and basically not going to get a medal. Maczynski as well, he came in last place, to be honest with him, so he maybe thought he had to push, maybe he didn't think he had the speed. And then we got Amado Vrieswijk, maybe in this lighter airs he thought he needed the advantage on the start and he's had to push. But did he need to push that hard in that first race? Got to give yourself a chance.
Well, you know, you just got to be top 8. That's all you had to be. So we're already into a countdown, 2.5 minutes to go. I'm sure the stress levels are going up on the water. Those sailors will be focusing what they need to do. The breeze is light. It's 8 to 12 knots. We're seeing it's a little bit soft here at times. They've got to line up. Their time on distance has got to be accurate. And then they've got to fight position once they're foiling and rolling into the start. So
Yeah. The exciting thing about this format we've got today is a course we've not seen, so no one has an advantage. It's, as Aaron was saying, it's an American,
America's Cup.
America's Cup, there we go, style course where you reach into first mark, then you've got a downwind. They're going to go around the leeward mark, which is literally next to our commentating booth, and then they've got this short little technical upwind where you can't just bang a corner because the corner on the inside looks super light, but there are some gusts coming through, so you've got to play that one. And then you've got this long broad reach over to the leeward mark we've been going around for the rest of the courses all week, and then a reach in finish. So it's a bit of everything, and it is do or die, winner takes all. Pretty scary stuff. And I think, is that Thomas Goya coming down? Hang on, is that France 3? I think that might be Thomas Goya that's out, not Nicholas Goya. We look like we're going to get a better shot of him soon, so it might be Nicholas Goya who is still in the race, and it could be Thomas Goya who we've lost. To me, it's Thomas Goya. So there we go. Off, mate. So Nicholas Goya is still in the fight. Thomas Goya is not going to be a happy bunny though. He was another one who was not a keen fan of this format. It's tense. It's absolutely tense. We've got less than a minute to go till the start, and as my calculations and my maths is working out, we're going to lose only one rider from this race. Whoa! 9 guys in it, 8 guys to qualify, 1 to go out in this knockout series. Tense.
This is for most of the guys almost a little bit of a warm up. Get settled in. Don't be last. That's simple as that. Don't be last. Last man out.
Last man is out in this. Last man out. Here we go. If you are just joining us, we've got a winner takes all format. It's all about qualification for this top 12, and then the top 12 fight it out to see who is the best today in this race, in the final race. Do or die, really. Do or die. Stressful times.
10 seconds, counting them in.
Here we go. Let's see if we can pick them out. We've got Mateusz Isaac up near the starboard end of the boat. Middle of the line, that's Nicholas Goya. Good start at the top end by Matteo Iachino. Down that bottom end, we've got the French rider, Boudoirs, pumping. Nicholas Goya, though, looked like he had a good one in the middle. Definitely lighter today. There's a few soft patches around, and we're going to see who is the best in these conditions. It really is a technical race, and you can see, I think that's Nicholas Goya in the middle, who's got a bit more speed than the rest of them. But coming down that bottom end, Sebastian Ködel, the German, Maciej Rakowski, we've got Kieran Badlow at the back at the moment. He doesn't want to stay there, but we know where his skills lie, and it's to do with tactics and him making his way around the race course. In out and out speed though, it looks like Matteo Iachino. Let's stay on the other shot, boys. Matteo Iachino is going to go around first. Second place, let's get on the other shot just so we can see. Yeah, Ködel, Matteo Iachino, the two slalom big boys are out in front. Colombo was up there from Switzerland in the mix. There we go. Maciej Rakowski, Mateusz Isaac, Nicholas Goya, all looking very solid. Not good news at the boat though. A couple of them have come off the plane. Oh, there's been a crash. We didn't see that on our cameras, but someone went down. Oh, how did we not see that? That is what we wanted to see, and they're not foiling now, so they need to get going. Only one guy will go out. This is do or die stuff right now as the top 5 riders is getting away from the pack. Oh, this is going to be nervous. Absolutely nerve-wracking for that last rider who is looking like he's getting spat out the back door as we speak, as the rest of the guys coming down to this leeward mark. What happened to that first mark,
I
Aaron?
think there was someone, the breeze got a little bit soft, someone came in and jibed early and dropped their jibe, and the 2 guys came in behind him and ran into him, and he ran out of space, and it was rigs down.
Okay, let's have a look at this leeward mark rounded. Obviously, it's all about the last guy in this one, but we want to see who's winning it because Matteo Iachino, Kördel look good. Nicholas Goya, but it is Matteo Iachino. Let's go a bit wider if we can. Can we go a bit wider? There we go. Matteo Iachino. Okay, it's a bit hectic here. It's going to be Nicholas Goya in second. Third place looks like Sebastian Kördel. Then we've got Maciej Rakowski. It's so light, isn't it? This is Olympic racing.
The breeze is quite soft. They're going into the right-hand side of the course. That is a little bit of a no-go zone, but there is a little bit of pressure.
Mateusz Isaac. And now the tactics come on because they're sailing into the right-hand side. We have to count these through. One rider will go out on this bottom mark. Oh, let's go. Oh, I'm confused now where we are. Let's go back to that mark, boys. Come on, let's go back to the mark. We want to see what's happening with it. Oh, someone has just made a mistake on the mark, and it was the Swiss rider. He went down too broad and has stopped on the mark. Bourdoise. Colombo has dropped off the foil. Oh, it's hectic. Absolutely hectic. Arnoux has gone past Colombo, and the Swiss rider, he made a mistake on the downwind. He underlaid the bottom mark, which meant he come down too broad. He's dropped off the foil, and he's in all sorts of trouble now. He's going to do well to come back from this. As we know in the foiling discipline, as soon as you drop off the foil, you're literally sitting
ducks, and at that stage, everybody else is sailing away. Again, it's gone soft in the right. We've got Colombo who's looking for something special out of the right, but I don't think he's going to find it. He might be the man that kind of drops off the back here, but it's certainly not over because we've seen the other guys in the top right as well, very soft and even struggling to get on the foil. Kieran Badlow got in and out really quickly, hooked up a nice little gust. He's coming back at the fleet right now. He's looking really good. He's pressured up. The other guys coming, Makino and Goyard coming back on port at the top marks. Look like they're on the ley line and pretty safe at the moment. So the front part of the fleet's looking pretty solid. And Colombo, I think, is going to be the guy off the back at the moment, unless he can pull something special out of the back.
There's a couple of bits of breeze on this inside track. We really need that drone with a good camera on it just to clear us. There we go. This is not a bad angle. This is Matteo Iachino heading to the second time round the mark number 1, which is the last upwind. Oh, it looks like he's been underdone by Nicholas Goya. So Nicholas Goya now in the lead. Matteo Iachino. It doesn't matter who wins this though, you just need to be in the top 8 riders. So let's stay on there with the drone. Let's stay on that mark, guys. Let's stay on that mark. Matteo Iachino, Nicholas Goya are heading on that downwind run. We are going to count the rest of the riders round, hopefully. If we can get that windward mark in the shot. We need to get the mark in the shot.
Okay, so
Sebastian Kördel, third round, safe.
Come on, boys, let's get that windward mark in shot. Let's see what's happening. There we go, Kördel round, pumping to get on the foil. It's gone so light. That's Kieran Badlow's had a really good upwind, and he's back in the mix now. Bourdoise, Arnoux, round. Where is Colombo? Is he still out the back door?
He's looking. He's parked himself up on the port hand ley line. He's going to come in. These guys got a little way to come in on the top mark on starboard, but he's got a little bit of pressure. He's closed the gap a little bit on Mateusz Isaac at the moment. So you know, it's not over for Colombo. That's for sure. This race is never over.
Who's coming in on that port ley line?
That's Colombo.
Okay, so Colombo's back in this. Someone is sitting right out there on the right hand side who's not really done well, they've had a terrible back beat. I'm not sure who it is. Let's stay on that mark because there is one sailor behind Colombo. Let's stop there because, or at least pan to the left because someone is coming up from the other side and they are the last rider and they will be staring out and this is going to get close because they're moving quicker than Colombo. Who is it going to be last round? Let's see. There we go. Follow him down. Is that Maciej Rakowski?
Maciej Rakowski.
It looks like him.
He's got pressure. He's going to come back at this. He's one of the fast guys on the slalom course, and this is a slalom angle right to the finish. He's going to be pushing, even though the breeze is light. It's all about keeping the
But there's
pressure.
breeze from behind, isn't there? That's the good thing about this lake. Maciej Rakowski is closing in, but he's had a shocking second beat, and it's all going to come down to one mark. At the front of the pack, it's Matteo Iachino, who has gone back into the lead, and he will win the race. Nicholas Goya looking like second place. They will qualify into the first 8. But let's go back to that battle for 8th place, because that is where it's going down between Maciej Rakowski and Colombo. Colombo, the local guy, is, if he qualifies, the crowd are going to go wild. So we're on that last mark. We've got the rest of the pack coming through. Waff, there we go. Super close on that last mark.
Clean drive by Colombo. He's looking safe at the moment, but he's still got to get through to the finish. It's one leg to the finish. It's anything to play for.
Well, Kurdle's going to get 3rd. Badlow 4th.
And then Kieran Badlow from Holland.
5th place. Is that Arnoux? I think it is. Arnoux, Tom Arnoux. Coming over next is Bourgeois. So who is the next rider? It's going to be Matteo Iachino, and then the Swiss rider. Expect the crowd to go wild. Matthias Isaac will be in the top 8, and here we go. It's all on, and he's just fighting it out. Maciej Rakowski is doing his best to catch up, but Colombo is holding him off at the moment. He's got a fairly comfortable lead. Maciej, oh, it's not going to happen for the Polish rider, and he will be the one missing out. Colombo gets it. Come back from the dead there, Aaron.
He certainly was dead at the bottom mark, and I would have said it was all over, but hey, this racing, nothing's over until the fat lady sings. Early shower for Maciej there. It's a little disappointing for sure, but he sailed well all week, and it's still a solid regatta in the Formula 4 last week. So, yeah, for sure, he'll be disappointed. But that's the format. That's the name of the game. He
So-
will not be European champion.
If you are just tuning in, we've got a winner-takes-all format on the last day. The top 12 from the qualifying this week, which is usually the racing, that ends up being the qualifying. The top 12 go into this Super Sunday format, which obviously it's Wednesday, so we're calling it Big Wednesday. So we've had 12 riders. 3 of them went over the line early, so OCS. It meant we had 9 in the race, which meant only 1 would go out. Who would it be? It looked like Colombo all day long round the Leeuward mark, but he played the beat. He's a local boy. He
I
knows the
think he
deal.
knew what he was looking at. He knew what he was looking at and got out of jail really nicely.
Yeah, came in on that port ley line, and Maciej got stuck out on the right near the side of the course, and it didn't help. So we have got 8 riders in the next one, and we're going straight into the women next. Same format, 12 women. 8 to go through. Neusman been killing it all week, but these aren't her conditions. Dianovska Watson from Scotland is in there. Good girl, she's doing good. We got the Goose, we've got Drihan, Bazo, Peleg, and we've already started. We're waiting to hear if it's a good start. It looks like a good start as they power down this first rate. We've got
good pressure
Penaza, we've got Choniki, we've got the Alabao sisters, Lipinska and Peleg, all going in. Look at the speed, and we've got, it looks like the Israeli is leading. That should be Peleg, or it could be Drihan. We've got 18-13. Let's have a look. That's Drihan at the front, the Israeli rider. Cholniki from Hungary. She is definitely hungry for this, no doubt about it. We've got the De Goes doing really good in 3rd place. Helena Neusman as well is in there in the top 4. Let's stay on that angle, guys. That was a really great angle coming through. We could see the numbers.
Everybody's comfortable driving out. They're really afraid of that little bit of lack of breeze on the right side of the course, so maximising that pressure they've just brought across.
Oh, that looked like how Alabao went down on the mark. Really plugged it in.
That's really frustrating, especially in these light breezes. You fall off the foil, the distance you lose so quickly. that's fatal.
Yeah, there we go. Out in front though, Drihan. Noi Drihan looking really good from Israel. These will be her conditions. The Israelis love the light, shifty stuff, and she's looking very good at the front of the fleet. But it's all about the top 8. You don't need to win this, just need to be comfortably into the next round. But as we saw in that second upwind, a nice lead going around the leeward mark would definitely help settle the nerves. So let's go a bit wider, boys. Let's see what's going on. We need to see what's going on with the pole pack. We almost don't want close racing here. We want to see what's going on.
The leaders looking at first coming in on the lay line now. So breeze is soft here. They're starting to pump a little bit, keeping the ball on the foil, getting their angle right. This is physical. This is where the work happens. This is where the physical side of the sport really shows. And this is what Olympic sport's all about.
Crazy, crazy stuff we're going through here. Here we go, Drihan round the bottom mark in first place. It looks like Neusman's going to be up there as well, so Drihan round. Neusman pulling it out. She's been dominating all week. Good to see her up there in second, third place. Lilian de Cruz. The crowd are going wild right now. We're counting these round. Fourth place is Janowska. Then we've got Chonaki. Oh, and that looked like Marina Alabao going down a little bit. Whoa, it's so close. Watson's in there, the back 4. They're all tacking off. Let's go wider, guys. We want to see what's happening on this beat, because there is a lot of action here. Can we see the drone just to see the angles? So a lot of different tactics there. A couple tacking off nice and early. Couple going into the side. We have got a real split free here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you can on the drone shot. That's much better. We literally want to park that drone so we can see the windward mark and we can see how everyone is coming into that mark. But we got to see that mark. You can see the different tactics. We got half and half. We've got about 3, 4 riders gone left, 4 or 5 riders, 6, 7, 8 riders. Sorry, gone left. No, 3 or 4 riders gone left, 4 or 5 gone right. It is a real mixed bag.
We really talked about that right-hand side of the course being really patchy today. It's been a little on and off. The girls that led in there managed to pull out a little bit of puff. They've come out, but they're a little bit low on angle, but they are fast. Closing in on those guys that have tacked out straight after the bottom mark. They're pushing out to the left-hand side of the course. It's going to be close.
This is going to be close. Oh, look at that. That's a great angle from the drone. That's what we want to see. That's what's happening. What we really want to see is that windward mark and see the angles coming in. We've got the track on, so if you want to see the GPS, you can have a look to see what's going on. At the moment, it's looking like Panaza is looking just about in. She's in 8th place. So it says Marina Alabao, if that touchdown is on nervy ground, so is Blanca Alabao. Peleg not looking so good on the GPS, but only thing we will know is when we get that windward mark in shot. There it is. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. And the drone as well, just to see the angles.
Okay, so the first one around the top.
It's pretty tight, that angle, guys. Who's coming in from the left? There we go. First one round. It's going to be Drihan from Israel. Trying to get onto that foil. I'll tell you what.
Pushing the bottom end of these conditions with the foiling class, but hey, look how fast they're going, and we're only getting 6 to 8 knots here at the moment, especially with the girls.
The
slightly smaller sail. They're still working hard. Get the board up on the foil and they're way again.
De Cruz and Neusman round though. That's the exciting things. Neusman, better known for a strong wind, but she is killing it in all sorts of breeze. Let's go back to that shot because we have a massive pack of riders coming in from the other side. Here we go. Who have we got next up? There's Chonaki gone through. Bazo, good upwind for her. She's back in the game now. Pole 303 in the mix. Lipinska. Oh, I'll tell you what, those girls have had a really good upwind. I think they went out to the left.
They've pulled a little bit of pressure. I think it's just a little bit more stable out there, and that's what they've maximised on.
It's not looking good for the Scottish rider. She is in the death zone right now, in the final 4. Watson from Scotland, she's in a tricky position, maybe 8th, right on the cusp here. This is going to come down to it. We need to find out who's in that 7th, 8th spot. Out in front though, Lilian de Cruz, Noi Drihan, sorry, looking very good. Obviously Neusman looking good as well. So hard to get the right camera angles to exactly see what's going on. We're going to have to work on this.
It's going soft here. That reach across the top here has not been a reach because the breeze has gone so soft. They've come in high, so it's actually a slight downwind. So that angle that they get to jibe into the bottom mark's really critical. Do the girls come in from behind with a little bit extra pressure, a little bit lower, and a little bit faster versus the boards in front?
Let's count them round the leeward mark with a low camera, because we'll definitely hear the sail numbers there. We can count the round. We need to get that round. But it looks like someone's laid the mark a little bit wrong. We'll
They're
get some numbers.
Come in low and slow, and there's an advantage.
So Drihan, round. De Goes in second place. So that's 2. You're counting, Aaron. Third place is Neusman. So looking good for the qualification first place rider. Fourth place. Who's it going to be? Fourth place, Cholniki from Hungary was looking good, and I think it is going to be Cholniki round in fourth place. Looks like Alabau is caught up in fifth place.
She sailed well. She's looking a little bit average there on the first upwind. She's an experienced Olympic sailor, Olympic gold medalist as well. She's fought back really well.
Doronovska is looking through as well, Lipinska. And then we're on to the people who get knocked out at the moment. Isla Watson is looking on the edge. Peleg's not looking good. Blanca Alabau and Panaza. We need to keep an eye on those riders for the 8th place. That's the exciting battle, and that is it.
Here we come.
Dronovska not doing well out of that mark. So hard to count these. Lilian de Goes. Drihan, Neusman, that's your top 3. They have qualified.
Cholniki.
4 looks like Cholniki. 5 is Marina Alabau. 6 looks like Lipinska or Dronovska. No Lipinska. 7th. So we've got wow, this is close. This is super close. Hard to. It looks like Peleg caught up there. Watson, as Watson took the 8th place. I think Watson might have just snuck that. The Scottish rider. I don't know though. I don't know. I can count 4 riders after her, which by my maths makes her in 8th position, Aaron.
I think so, and I think our Peruvian rider is going to be in 9th position. We've lost Blanca Alabau. It's been tough out there. It's tough. You touch down, it's all over. It's all over. You touch down, you lose.
Well, okay, looking at the GPS, I'm not saying this is accurate because we've lost Peleg off the GPS, and by my reckoning, I saw Israeli 2 in the mix. So, like I say, it's a new format for us. We haven't got all the tools to our disposal, but it is going to get better. And as we get less and less riders, we'll be able to cover exactly what is going on. We're down to 8 men, well, 8 in the men riders, 8 in the women, and we will confirm them as soon as possible. But by my calculations, I think it's Isla Watson who took that 8th place. I think Peleg was in that top 8, and I think the riders we've lost is Bazo from Peru, Pinaza from France, Blanca Alabau from Spain, and on here it's got Dronovska from Poland. I think she didn't have a good mark rounding, but we'll have to wait for confirmation of that. But I think Isla Watson has done it.
It's interesting here. We started the day off with the woman, the silver men, and the rest of what was left of the gold men. They managed to get 2 races in. We had a little bit of cloud come over. The breeze didn't go a little bit soft, but they still had breeze of about 12 to 13 knots. Right now, we're sort of getting the dregs of the day, and it's right on the edge. You can see they've got good breeze on the flags on the committee boat there, but that breeze doesn't push all the way across the course, and that's really what the kind of skill set is dodging the hole, staying foiling, staying fast. Good angles, good ley lines. You put it down, you got a big loss in meters that's going to go against you, especially in this knockout format. This is it's critical. You don't want to lose those places, lose that opportunity to win. Final 8 in this semi-final. 4 are going to go. Men's race is about 5. We're in the 5-minute signal. We see the orange flag flying on the boat there. The guys are starting to prepare a little bit, starting to take their time, looking at their transits and looking at the best breeze that's coming across the course.
What we need is confirmation of that 8th rider in the women. I'm working out here in the commentary booth. It's Watson.
I think
from
she made it
Bonnie,
through.
Scotland.
There you go.
Go on, lad. It's probably like this in Scotland, isn't it? Probably looks like this.
Well, certainly some high country, but I'm not sure about the sunshine.
All right, let's go up to the men, and we'll give you confirmation over those results. Sorry. So in the men, by my reckoning, we've got Nicholas Goya, Matteo Iachino, Sebastian Kördel. We've already lost Thomas Goya. We've lost Amado Vrieswijk. Kieran Badlow is in there. We've lost Maciek Rakowski. Elia Colombo is in there. Tom Arnoux is in there. Matthias Isaac is in there. Michinski is gone. Bordois.
He made it through.
He made it through. Okay. We've got Maciek Rakowski here as we get down. Pretty hectic stuff. I'm just going to get Maciek just to say a few words while we've got a couple of minutes left. Maciek, how is that new format?
Well, the format's nice. It's just that right as we lined up for the start, the wind just disappeared.
But it looked like you made a tactical decision that didn't quite go your way. It looked like you got stuck in that right-hand side.
No, not really. I tacked away and I don't know. I was going on starboard, and the further I looked, the less wind there was. So I had to tack. Actually, I had to jibe. I had to freaking jibe and stay on the foil.
That's Olympic racing for you, Maciek. You got to do anything to stay on the foil.
Welcome to the club. This is a new format, knockout format.
Sucks.
High wind, light wind.
Sucks. Not the format, but
Yeah.
what happens.
It's tough. It's brutal out
It
there.
is
Yeah,
brutal.
The winner takes all.
Let's hope for the boys to have better conditions, because
It's do or die.
we're not supposed to go upwind in less than 7 knots, and
You can if you can foil, you can race. That's the format.
Here we go. So we are lining up this start. Obviously, a gutted Maciek Rakowski there. He was the man who missed out. We lost 3 on the start line. We lost Maciek in the race. We're down to 8 riders. The wind is super light. This is crazy. We haven't seen this all week, but this is the medal race. This is what happens in the Olympics. If this is the last day, we are racing. You know, we can't just turn around to the Olympic Committee and say, oh, well, there's no wind, we didn't get a medal.
It's
This
as simple
is
as
happening.
that. They're going to hand the medals out at the end of the day, and the conditions are what we get.
Yeah.
Adapt and make the most of it. So it's scary stuff for the guys. You know, I'd be real nervous. And but these guys are seasoned campaigners. They're seasoned racers. We've got Olympic sailors in there, and we've got the seasoned PWA sailors. And they've been foiling for a while. You can see they're fast at the moment on the water. They're blasting around. The key is to stay blasting around. Stay on the foil, dodge the lulls, and as we've seen, stay out of the right-hand side of the course. It's all part of the racing. You get these guys that do complain a little bit that they can't foil or they came off the foil. Was it the wind? No, they made a mistake. And that's what I'm pretty hard about, and that's what I believe is, you know, some of the deciding factors.
Well, Olympic sailing is doing well. You've got to go with what you've got, and like I say, foiling at the moment. If you work that foil, you can stay up. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But when you see the lightweights of what they've had to deal with this week, you know, the wind, the 20+ knots going against the big guns. Maybe it's payback for a few of the lighter weight guys. But as we saw in the race, who won? Matteo Iachino. He's not the smallest fella out there, is he?
Well, he loves this sort of format. He's a slalom sailor. He performs when he needs to, and last man standing. He's a big guy, but he's efficient, and that's the key. Efficiency, dodge the lulls. Well done.
Yeah, really well done. It is proper yacht racing mixed in this week as we've got a reaching format. If you are just joining us, it is America's Cup style racing, so a reaching start, just like the slalom. They go round the first mark. That means they go on a dead downwind, so a couple of jibes round the leeward mark next to us. Then they go back up this real short upwind, and it's tricky stuff. And then a couple of reaches to finish, but they're pretty broad. Here we go. Super light, need to get up on the foil. Matthias Isaac has already given up of getting flying. It's gone light, hasn't it? It really is light. We can see Nicholas Goya already up and foiling. We got Kieran Badlow foiling. We've got Tom Arnoux foiling. Kördel, the German. Here we go. We've started. Like I said, This is not PWA racing, this is Olympic racing. IQ foil is the new discipline. I'd like that other, gotta say, I like the other view. We can really see who's who. This is great to see the spacing, but the other camera gives us a really good, there we go, that's beautiful shot, that is really nice. Nicolas Goya's in there, Sebastian Kördel, we've got Bourgeois in there, we've got Kieran Badlow, Colombo. At the moment, Matteo Iachino is out the back. 8 riders, 4 go through to the proper medal race, which will be the last race. Kördel flying down this first reach. Come on, let's follow him through that jibe, guys. There we go, round in first. So Kördel round. Badlow comes round on the inside. Matteo Iachino is missing out of a qualifying position at the moment.
Only the top 4 go through here. Remember, we're looking for the top 4, so 4 and 5. That's the battle for this race. Right now, they've got good breeze and they're on the downwind. They've jibed quickly, staying out of the right-hand side of the course.
Super tight racing, we just can't tell who's who. We've got, I think, Kieran Badlow in the mix up there, that is for sure. It looks like Sebastian Kördel leading the way at the moment. Oh, someone's jibed early. That is a very difficult decision to make, because if you underlay this mark, you are not going to plane into it, because the broader you have to go on a foil, the harder it is to keep it foiling. So the good tactic could be to go super far on the ley line. Oh, and he's going for a couple of jibes. Interesting tactics from Nicolas Goya, but we know he can jibe. We're not seeing this on your camera, but it's an amazing tactics from Nicolas Goya. He's put in 2 jibes. You could just see the other one. Great stuff from Nicolas Goya as we come round this bottom mark. But it's going to be Sebastian Kördel round in first place. Kieran Badlow in second place. Third place is Colombo. Oh, no, it's not. It's Nicolas. Oh, no, it's not. It's Bourgeois. Followed by Colombo in 4th in a qualifying position. Nicolas Goya is in 5th and not looking in the race at the moment. The crowd are going wild for Colombo, the local favourite. He is doing well in these tricky conditions and he is heading all the way into the beach. Oh, we're missing some big guns at the moment. Matteo Iachino not looking good. We've got Bourgeois 53 not in the mix at the moment. Matthias Isaac not in the mix either. So the top 4 are creating a bit of space between them and the rest of the pack. Yes, it's like win racing, but they have not dropped off the foil yet. And this is what the Olympics is basically. This class only got in if we can race in these conditions.
That's exactly right, Ben. Now, the breeze is really marginal, right? And we're getting guys that are attacking upwind and sometimes coming off the foil. There is an option to throw a jibe, and that's something that's really interesting.
Aaron, you just see the guys coming out the right then. They've picked up a lovely gust. Really good tactics from the front 4, and they are looking pretty solid right now.
They're going to connect very easily up into that top left again. So they got into the right and they got out of the right. And that's always been a little bit of a danger zone there. Those guys are still foiling. They're all up at the front of the fleet. They're clear. Again, the battle. 4 and 5. Where's it going to be?
This is all do or die, winner takes all. You need to be in the top 4 to qualify for the proper medal race, which will be 4 riders, with the winner getting the gold, the second the silver, the third the bronze, and the 4th out. But first we have to do this. 8 riders in, 4 go out. Looking good for Kördel though. He's making a very good second upwind, looking in good form. Kieran Badlow as well. We'd expect him to be up there in these difficult conditions. Who is the rest of the riders? Tom Arnoux, 152 from France, looking pretty solid. Elia Colombo as well, the local Swiss rider. He is getting cheered on by the crowd, but it's going to be Kieran Badlow, I think, that goes round in first place. Second place, Sebastian Kördel. Third place is Tom Arnoux.
He hasn't been in the mix all week, obviously making the top 12. We're 0 points at the start.
Oh, here we go, hang on. Nicolas Goya has overtaken Elia Colombo on this second upwind. So Nicolas Goya has not given up on this just yet. That is going to be the battle between the Swiss rider and Nicolas Goya. Keep your eye on the French flag and the Swiss flag. Let's follow these two with the drone all the way down the reach and all the way home. Let's just follow them, because that is the race. Elia Colombo is chasing down Nicolas Goya for that 4th place. 4th place gets into the full proper medal race. Elia Colombo, though, has got his work cut out here if he's going to overtake Nicolas Goya.
He's got top man of the qualifiers. to catch up, and he's certainly fast reaching. He's not going to give nothing away, but Colombo's, if he keeps pushing, and hopefully can force an error on
Let's catch him up. Let's get that drone with the speed on. We want to catch him up. See what's going on down there. There we go. That's one shot. That's Colombo. See, he's got a bit of work to do by the looks of it, because you can't even see Nicolas Goya in the shot. Nicolas Goya is all the way on the left. Let's go to the left. Let's see where he is. It's no good if we can't see him. Come on, let's catch him up. Nicolas Goya must be already going round the mark. There he is. That's Nicolas Goya. Really good jibe. Good jibe from Nicolas Goya, but look at Colombo. He's still there. He's got a lot to do though, hasn't he? He's got a lot to do.
I think the writing's on the wall there. Nicolas Goya is not going to give nothing away here. Keep him between him and the mark, and it's just a simple reach to the finish. We're not in the same extreme conditions we had the other day, so we're not going to look at any crash downs.
Well, what's interesting, Aaron, is Kieran Badlow is going to win this second knockout round, and Kieran Badlow is a double RSX world champion and reigning European champion. So this guy knows what he's doing. He's just taken down Dorian in the fight, the biggest fight ever to go to the Olympics for the Netherlands. So Kieran Badlow wins it. Sebastian Kernel gets second. Third place, we've got Tom Arnoux. He is in the mix for a medal, and Nicolas Goya has just sailed an absolute stormer of a race to get back into contention and finish in 4th place. Elliot Colombo gets the cheers though, the local boy.
Well, always the local, always the cheers, but sorry, early shower there. In some respect, Nicolas Goya, you'd say he would be a sure, and he certainly showed his form this week. But he looked pretty marginal around the bottom mark for the first time. That is
Matteo Aquino just going over Aaron.
That's got to be disappointing for him. He sailed such a great week. He's solid in the slalom, solid in the course racing, and solid in the first elimination today, but failed to make it through.
Let's not forget, if this had been a windy day, we might have seen him lifting the European champion. But that's how this new format goes. It's all about who is the best today. Who is the European champion?
Well, you could blame the conditions, but I looked, he started off the back and he struggled to get back in the race, and that was really the telling moment. It all comes down to how you get out of the start, how you get that first leg and set yourself up for the downwind. Once you've got a bit of clear air in front, a lot to play with, back in the pack, dirty air, and you've got to fight. So, no, certainly it's got to be disappointing. He's been a great player this week, the true gentleman on the race course, and certainly bringing the PWA sailors to the fore in this IQ foil class. So impressive week. Disappointing to see him go. Final 4. They're up.
Okay, so we're going to go. We haven't had the official word from the results right now, but as far as we can work out, Neusman's in, Watson's in, De Goes is in, Drihan's in, Peleg's in, Marina Alabau is in, Cholniki is in. How many's that?
I think that's your 8 there.
Yeah, I think that is the 8. Like I said, we need really to get the official word, but I think we'll be able to spot them. Definitely this low camera off the start seems to be the shot. We can really see who's who and exactly where they're all lining up.
No, certainly that first leg, the breeze is light, but it really doesn't matter with this foiling. They generate so much apparent speed across that line, and they really set themselves up quick. And it depends on where you start on the line, whether you're coming in from the leeward, from the pin, or you get a slightly better, faster angle attack to that first mark, or trying to actually get over the top with this, potentially some new pressure. It's light, man. The breeze is soft. We really are bouncing off the bottom of what's possible here. These guys are good though. They're showing what we can do in these light air conditions, and that's pretty impressive.
But this
is the IQ foil class, the Olympic class for Paris 2024.
But that is exactly what we're trying to find out. What are the limits? What is possible? Because, like I say, this is Olympic. The Olympics do not choose the Olympics based on how good the sailing is. They go wherever the Olympics is. So you have to be able to sail in anything. Shifty, gusty, light, strong, pretty much everything.
Well, the reality is we're racing this America's Cup, which is the ideal medal race format. If the breeze was any lighter or any marginal, we could be going into the slalom, and that's still quite achievable in these conditions. So we're pushing the bottom end of what we've got in the course racing. To race in these breezes in a big fleet in the course racing, very difficult, but it really suits this medal race style. And if we can foil, we can race. And they're foiling, they're fast.
Well, at the end of the day, someone is going to win. And you can't win unless you're in the lead.
Well, good start area. got the woman lining up that looks like they've got a time run into the mark. They've got their second semi. Top 4 will advance here. This is a, well, top 4 advance, bottom 4 early shower.
Here we go, lining up. We are getting ready for the start. We are right on. There we go. We are off. And it looks like the Israelis are coming to the front at the moment. They are having it. Absolutely having it right now. Drihan looking good. Who else have we got up there? We've got
the goose is low, so whether she is low enough and not getting dirty air from the 3 girls in front of her. Underneath, we'll get Chalongsi coming really quickly through. She's fast. She's been fast on the first race and coming through very quickly for this
wow,
first mark.
she looks
She's
hungry.
attacking from below. That's fast and wow, impressive. That Leeuward start really got the best angle to the mark.
Let's stay on this angle as we come round the mark because Neusman's catching up. So Cholniki, Neusman, we got Drihan, Lipinska, all in there. De Groes. Really good mark round in there. No one goes down. A few just spotting the foil down. It looks like someone's gone down. It's close. Let's see what's going on because they've parked it. Really good tactics there from the Israeli. Just went along a little bit further just to stay planing because as we know, as soon as you drop off that foil, it's not the question to go the shortest distance. You've got to stay foiling. And if that means you take a longer jibe, you take a different route, it can be the difference between getting through and not. So Neusman behind Watson at the moment. Isla Watson from Scotland in the UK having to point now as Neusman, France 57. He's flying down this reach. Out in the front though, I'm pretty sure it's Drihan. Looking pretty solid from Israel. We know De Groes was up there. Watson looking good though. Oh, there's a little bit of a moment there. This is the downwind, so it's all about where you put your jibe in. You don't want to jibe too early. You jibe too early, you won't be foiling into this leeward mark, and that could mean that your regatta is over and any chance of a medal is gone.
Okay.
That's pretty scary. You come in, you push hard physically, you pump all the way down. Even if you drop off the foil at the bottom mark, you might make it to the bottom mark. The chance of getting going makes it pretty minimal. These girls are doing a good job. These girls are great.
Looking good. Pink helmet. Looking good. Who's got the pink helmet? It's Lipinska, I think.
Followed by Alabao.
And Drihan. Then we've got Alabao. Oh, it's close, isn't it? It's all actually changed on that downwind. It really is close. Oh my God, 4th place between Neusman, Israel 2, which is not on my list here, Peleg. Cholniki has really not had a good downwind. She's quite far back, but as we know, this second upwind does cause some big changes in the results. We've had a couple of riders already tack off. Alabao is already tacked off. Watson has tacked off. I think Neusman has tacked off. So a couple of the big guns that have been going well all week. Isla Watson's been right up there, and obviously Neusman's been killing it, but they have chose to go early left. In the previous races, that has not paid. The guys and girls coming out of the right have been the one to do the damage, and it looks like they've got a bit of pressure as well coming out this right hand side.
It's certainly that right hand side of the course. It's so on, so off, and you get it right. There's the game. There's the race. And right now they've got great pressure in the right hand corner. Certainly almost gust of the day.
Gosh, flying on this inside. That's Cholniki from Hungary. Just picked up a huge gust on that inside. Is it going to make a difference? Can she get herself back into the top 4? That's what it's all about.
I think, right now, because we're bouncing off the bottom, it's who stays foiling the longest and who gets on the foil the quickest out of the tack. Those tacks are slow, the board's sticky, they've got to work hard, dig it in deep, pump it onto the foil, and away they go, and then they're fine.
Yeah, just because you're on the Leyland doesn't mean you should tack. You need to have a gust, because if you don't get foiling after that tack, you are sitting duck and waiting for the rest to catch up. And now we're going to see all the girls coming into that windward mark. There's definitely... Well, it's close. I tell you what, 4th, 5th and 6th are super close right now. We're only going to see when they go round, but it looks like Lilian De Groes has had a really good upwind. Let's stay on that low camera angle, boys. Can we stay on the low camera angle? Lilian De Groes round in first. Then we got Lipinska. Then we've got Drihan. That's your top 3. Who's in 4th place? It looks like the other Israeli. It's going to be Peleg. Peleg ran in fourth, but she's got Neusman behind her. And who's that coming in? Is that Watson? Which froze on us. I think it was Watson coming in. It's not all over. We've got a very broad reach to go. And fourth place, I am not joking. Let's have a look at fourth place because it is so close. And who's that? Is that Neusman coming through? Let's have a look at the speed. Get to the other camera angle. That is the camera angle we want to see. And let's get the other rider in because Neusman is flying. That's it. That's the fight for fourth place between Peleg and Neusman. Neusman, devastating speed all week. Let's go further forward. Come on.
She's attacking. She's attacking.
She's going for it. There we go. Oh, Neusman.
Oh, she's coming back.
Go on. She has been absolutely killing it. She deserves to be in this medal race. No doubt about it. Top four will qualify. Neusman absolutely fine. Oh, someone. What's going on? It's all crazy. Oh, there's been a 360 and Neusman's gone down. What's happened? It's all gone wrong. Oh my life, it's all gone crazy on the outside. I have no clue what's gone on. There was
Looked like there's someone's hit something in the water and come off the foil and stop.
There was a 360 in. I looked like something had happened. We don't know what happened. It was like a Rocky fight.
It looks like the breeze has gone super light in that left-hand side of the course. There's something really funky going on. This race is not over.
What just happened? I have never seen
scary.
that before
this
in racing.
Race should continue. This is tricky. Who's going to pick up the next gust? Who's going to get out of it first? They're all in displacement mode.
They literally just hit a gust coming the other way.
They're pretty much stopped.
I have no clue what just happened then. They literally sailed into a brick wall.
I think this is the northerly fighting the southerly. This is crazy. You know, in some respects, this race could be abandoned, whether they do or not. This is scary, and they're still foiling. They've gone around the
Is
outside.
that Isla Watson from Scotland who's just gone round the outside in a gust? Will this go? Oh my life, I have never seen anything
And they're all
before like
foiling
this.
again. We are going to have a finish here.
Oh
It's
my
Blanca
God.
Arabella
Oh, it's
taking the
cancelled,
lead.
it's cancelled, it's cancelled.
Oh.
I mean, that was literally like the Rocky fight where they both punch each other and you're waiting for one to get up off the canvas. The crowd were going crazy. I think they would have liked it to have carried on.
Well, I was rooting for it, you know. Right now you're going to still have four great sailors in the final, no matter what the call was. How do you judge that? That's part of yacht racing. That's it.
I'd agree with you on one respect. I'm actually all for that. But then I think to myself, that was just nothing to do with them. They couldn't have avoided it. They couldn't have done anything. I'm all up for tactics and gusts and light wind and pumping. But when you hit a breeze from the opposite direction, when you're leading by a country mile, and then the one in last goes round the outside, I mean, don't get me wrong, for a long distance race, no rules.
We accept that.
Yeah,
we accept
but
it.
with this format, I think it was harsh. So cancellation, I think, fair enough. I have literally never seen anything like that before.
Honestly, that race was almost a wrap. You know,
Yeah.
they had one jibe. They had 50 meters before the. They had 50 meters to go, and then they ran into the brick wall. It actually looked like someone had caught some weed or a rope was in the water, and they went over the front.
Crazy.
Holy!
Crazy. I looked up and I thought someone had like done a penalty of 360, and then you realise they weren't doing a 360. They were just trying to hold on to the boom, and it was spinning around.
As you said, they were running into a brick wall. The unfortunate thing right now is that we don't have the ability to move the course quickly. It would be really nice to actually bring that mark in just out of that no-go zone or that dead zone on the left-hand side of the course. Certainly getting late in the day. The breeze is a little bit funky. You can see the flags on the committee boat there. They're still flying. This
Well,
race.
tell you what, Harry on YouTube says cancelled. That finish was going to be epic, and that's what it is. It's like that for the total person who's got no vested interest in any of the sailors. You're not one of the sailors. You just want to see it happen. That is like the Rocky, like I said, the Rocky, Orlando, whatever, going down, and it's the first to get up. Apollo Creed. Oh, we going in? No. Hang on. I'm just looking up wind. I thought they haven't surprised us with an early start, but no, they haven't. So, okay.
Plenty to play for.
I would love to hear your comments because genuinely this is a new Olympic class. They're looking for the future. They're trying to excite the media. What do you think, the unbiased people out there, just looking for the excitement, is it better just to finish that? I mean, crazy it is if you're one of the sailors or one of the coaches or one of the parents and you come out not so good, you're going to say no. But there is somebody since
Well, we're creating a spectator sport here, and it is about, you know, pulling things right to the wire. And there's a lot of things that are in the sailors' hands. They have to make the correct decisions. They have to execute the manoeuvres. They get them right, they stay foiling. They take in the right place, they stay foiling. They pop on the foiling quickly. You stale the wrong course, you get caught out of the gust. That's your fault. Should the race be cancelled? Definitely
Where's
not.
the line? Where's the line?
Well, that's
the
what
thing.
we're doing. We're pushing the limits right now. Fair call, calling the women's race. That becomes unfair. That top four, they were in, they were advanced, they'd done the work on the upwind, they had pretty much had a reach to the finish, and the unexpected.
But it hadn't finished.
They
It
ran
hadn't
into a brick
finished.
wall. And hey, well, great spectator sport. The right thing was done. The race is abandoned.
In a moment,
Hang on. Comments are coming in. Jack says should have finished it. Zikbo, finish it. Harry, finish it. This is great, Andy. You realise that, like I said, the
That's
people
the
at
name.
home don't care how long they've waited for this race and how much they've trained. They want to see a race and they
the
want
name
to
of
see
the
it finish. That's the win. That's what we've got. Who wins?
Well, what do we want to see? We like to see. We like to say the change in the results.
Hey, medalist here.
Oh,
Couple
Nick
of times
Dempsey, what did
medalist.
he say? That should have.
Nick Dempsey says, I mean, if there's anyone who has gone down in the comments so fast, he's retracted his message.
Oh, Jesus, he's a little bit afraid to sort of step out and make a stand.
He said he should have counted.
It should have counted. Well, you know, we're pushing the limit.
Hey, hang on, we got more coming in. Well, as a media reporter, say hitting a brick wall is certainly exciting.
Who was our first? That's the name of the game. That's exciting. That's fun. We've got that a lot going on out there.
Oh, hang on, come on. Nick Dempsey says it's all part of the game. We got Sven saying, I think it should have been cancelled. It's not in their control. Slightly less wind is okay, but from a different direction, maybe too much. Here we go. We're going straight in. They don't give us any warning here. We're going into the men's final. This is the Olympic medal. It could be one day. The European medal right on. Nicholas Goya looking good. Kieran Badlow. We've obviously got Tom Arnoux and Sebastian Kirdle. Germany, France and the Netherlands. This is it. One person won't get a medal. The other three will. But what colour will they be? This is exciting stuff. Nicholas Goya's got plenty of pressure on that top end. But Sebastian Kirdle from Germany is heading down as they come into the first mark and head downwind to the leeward. Who is going to go around in first? It's going to be Nicholas Goya from France. Came into this qualifying round in first place. Sebastian Kirdle's looked good all week. Let's stay on that angle because Sebastian looked super good on that one. But Nicholas Goya pumping through. Sebastian Kirdle looking good. We've got Kieran Badlow looking good. Tom Arnoux not looking so good in the back. It's looking like a 3-horse race. But what colour and what? Well, no, maybe not. Arnoux has took a different route on this downwind and he is going super broad and we'll keep an eye on him. But out in
He's got
front,
great
Nicholas
pressure to
Goya.
leeward. Great pressure to leeward. He's coming.
Tom Arnoux is pointing so broad down this downwind you can't see him on your screens. But I tell you what, he is not out of this race yet. Nicholas Goya though goes round in first, the first to jibe. Sebastian Kirdle second to jibe. Then we've got Kieran Badlow and we have got that super technical second upwind. You're going to be struggling to cover 4 riders at this close waters, and with those little gusts and gusts going through, it's going to be exciting stuff. It's going to be Nicholas Goya. It's going to be Nicholas Goya going round the bottom mark in first place. Little trim on the out-all. Here he goes. The Frenchman. He was leading in the qualifying series. The cheers go up. Goya around in first. Kirdle in second. Badlow third. Fourth place Arnoux. Who's got this? Let's follow these guys upwind with the drone. Let's keep the drone on all these guys upwind. Here's the pumping into that corner. Nicholas Goya is gambling on the right-hand side.
This is marginal, right?
Badlow, the first attack off. Badlow, the first attack off. So Kieran Badlow go into the. He's tacked into a hole, but they boys are sailing into a hole. This is going to be about who is going to get foiling first. Going to be a lot of fitness in this upwind. Literally, this is going to be a pump fest.
Kieran Badlow on the foil. Arnoux on the foil.
First to foil is
Basti
Badlow
is
and
not on the
Arnoux.
foil.
Badlow, oh sugar, this is not good. I'm not going to swear, but Colonel is just claiming it. He is just claiming it. He needs to start pumping because he is losing a medal opportunity here. He tacked into a hole, but I tell you what, who has worked the best? It's Nicholas Goya up that top end. He has worked his way onto the foil and he is not going to give this up. Badlow was one of the first to foils going out to the left hand side. I would say Nicholas Goya still in control of this. Badlow and Arnoux though are going to fight it out for the bronze medal, and Sebastian Koerl has given up. He literally has given up. He's seen the other guys disappear into the distance and he has literally just put his hands on the boom and he is saying no, we've got no shot of him. Come on, you've got to see that. That is him giving up right there.
Right
Can we
now,
see the riders? We
Arnoux
don't
is
need to
looking
see the
really good.
GPS. We've got
Badlow
3
looking
riders.
good.
We don't need to see GPS. Nicholas Goya looking good. Looking good. It's going to be who gets foiling after this tack. Arnoux's tacked.
Badlow's tagged.
Badlow's tacked. Oh, there's a few people with their hands off the boom. Just get on with it. Stop claiming it and start pumping. That's what we want to see. And Badlow is one of the first.
That's bad.
Oh, that's why he's
That is fair game.
That I'm not happy with that. I've got to be honest.
Well, the
I'm
lead
not-
guy's still foiling.
I'm not
The lead
sure
guy
about that.
did not come off the foil. That's got to be disappointing for Nicolas Goyard. He was going to be the European champion by the looks of it.
I'm not sure about that.
That is a
Those
little
boys worked their absolute nuts off. Well, okay, well that's how it is.
We're pushing the limits.
Where's the line, Aaron?
The line is if the top 50% of the fleet is foiling, that's the race. If the third and fourth place can't foil, it's going to be the first guy that's going to get foiling again is going to win the medal.
I'm hearing this. He says exciting, it's still luck, Paul Basti. But is it luck? The guys were pumping. The guys were using fitness. They were using the gusts.
I looked at where he tacked. That was a fail. That was a tactical fail. He was out of breath. He made a tactical decision and it was wrong. That's what happens at this level of the game. You've got to be fit and your brain's got to be sharp.
The problem I have with this is when do you cancel the next one? When do you let the next one go? And who decides that? I don't
Well,
like
that's
those.
this is the tough decision right now, and this is the race officer's decision. They must have the ultimate control, and they must deliver a performance. Right now, we've had 2. We've got a final that's been cancelled, and a semi-final with the girls.
Not
Hasn't
good.
happened. We're pushing the limit.
I'm not happy with that, Aaron.
Well, here we go. We've had 2 races cancelled. That has been a call.
The women's one, I can see. Something extreme happened without the names of control. That one was light. I'm not going to lie, it's light. But this is not PWA. This is Olympic sailing.
It's as simple as that. If you make a tactical decision, if you're not fit enough, you're not strong enough, you're not going to win this regatta.
Or maybe you're not the body weight. You know, we've had the wind. The big guys were winning in the wind. This is a bit lighter. It's kind of how it is. Here we go. We're going straight into the next sequence, and we're going to got the women up next. 8 riders, 4 best go into that medal format. Oh, I don't know what to say about that. I'm worried. I just think, where's the line?
Well,
What happens next time?
Right now, the line was drawn too soon.
I think so. I
The
think
top
so.
2 was still foiling. The third person was still foiling. The fourth person made a tactical error. Maybe it wasn't fit enough. Maybe it was a little too heavy. Maybe the conditions were too light. It was
Nature of the
raceable.
beast.
That race should have stood.
Wow, interesting. I mean, again, it's a new format, a new class, but me personally, I've watched PWA for a long time and I'm always the first to go, don't cancel it. They've actually worked their balls
Let's
off
look
to
at
do
it.
that.
Look how much fun we're having, right? We've had some titanic battles. We've had 2 races cancelled. The excitement's been to the end.
Hang on. Sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you because there's a comment coming which I think you should answer. No Olympic class would sail with these crazy winds on this lake and so close to the shore.
I disagree. I'm sorry. I've been involved in the last Olympics
say.
since 92, 96, 2000, 2004 I wasn't there, 2008 I was a part of, and 2012, 2016 we started in less, we finished in less, and we made it happen. That's the name of the game. Sorry.
I thought you might have something to say about that.
Of course, that's why you asked me. Good job.
Oh, I feel sorry for Nico. He worked his socks off on that. He got the start, he nailed it, he pumped all the way at the beat, he got the breeze. He did everything right. He won the qualification series. That was his to bring home.
Well,
you know, there was no guarantees he was still going to win, but he had done everything he needed to do.
Well, Nico is not a light guy. He's one of the heavier guys in the fleet. He's dominated in the breeze, and he's shown what he can do in the light air. That's a testament to the guy's ability. He can win in everything. And right now, I think he was a little bit robbed. I think that was his European championship. He
We
had
need
that.
to watch that to see how it played out. That's what we needed to do. We don't know how it would have played out. At the time, though, 3 of the riders were foiling, and the guy who was leading around the leeward mark was still in the lead due to the pumping, the skills he's shown, and the path he went upwind.
Hey, this is the game.
Okay, right, let's get into it. We've got women up next. 8 riders, 4 to go through to the real medal race. This is a knockout. 4 riders will go, 4 riders will qualify. It's tense stuff, I won't lie to you. Neusman, Watson, De Goes, Drihan, Peleg, Alabau. Who else have we got? Well, we haven't been given a lift, but here we go, straight into the start. Good start, we're hearing over the radio. 2 Israeli girls with a really good start up near the top end. So Peleg from Israel and Drihan looking very good on the right hand side. We've got Marina Alabau just below them. And then we've got Lilian De Goes. Plenty of wind up that other side of the course. As you can see, there is wind out there. You just got to find it, but that's part of the skill. And here she comes, Neusman. Absolutely been devastatingly fast all week. She won the qualifying series, and look at her flying down this first reach. Let's stay on the other angle, because that is really good to see, that other angle. You see who's who, and the speed difference is very difficult to see. There we go, Neusman out in the lead. Drihan second, De Goes third. And then it's super close. Let's stay on that angle. Watch the jibes. Let's see if anyone makes a mistake. Watson from Scotland in 4th place. Great inside jibe from the Scottish
that's a
rider.
great shot. The whole fleet foiling. They're fast. No one's come off to the foil. They've got good pressure coming down there. Neusman leading.
It's going to be about angle now, Aaron. Who jibes first? Who fancies their chances of making that ley line? If they go too early, they won't make the bottom mark without coming off the foil. So you want to go a little bit further. Neusman, though, really good to see her up there. I want to see her in that final 4. It would be a travesty to not have her in the final 4, but she's got to sail technically smart. She's got to keep on that foil, and looks like she's doing what she should do at the moment.
They've gone quite high out there, because that's definitely, the breeze is quite soft, so their angles are a little bit higher.
Go away.
Here we go, round that outside. Have we gone to slalom? They haven't told us.
Yep.
If they haven't told us, that's another travesty. If we've gone straight to slalom and they haven't told the commentators. But if we have, Neusman has to take the advantage.
Yep, certainly. She's fast. She's strong in these conditions. She certainly showed it.
Look at Watson though. Watson from Scotland is going right up there in 2nd place. And if she stays there, she is going to be in with a chance of a medal. Top 4 will go to the medal race. And it looks like they've switched to slalom without telling us an absolute
Thank
thing.
you very much.
Well, the 2 Israelis are right up there, Peleg and Drihan, looking good, but as we know, in the slalom, they're not the fastest. Can they hang on? Can they hang on to that top 4? Watson looking really good in 2nd place, but out in front, as we used to see it all week, is Neusman. No, it isn't. It's De Goes in 2nd. So Neusman first, De Goes in 2nd. Then we've got Watson from Scotland. Then we've got the Israelis fighting out Peleg and Drihan, fighting out for the 4th place. We need to go wide on this jibe. We need to see the jibes, guys. Someone's gone down. I looked up for a second and I missed it. We need to go wide on the jibe to see. It's the Israeli gone down. Oh no, Drihan's gone down and left the door open. Who's gone into 4th place now, Aaron? It's going to be the other one. Sorry,
That's the other
Peleg.
is Peleg's in 4th.
I'm going to have to learn my names.
There's a little bit of a gap there between 4 and 5, but hey, it's not over. One jibe and through to the finish.
I tell you what, take the low camera because you can see the speed differences, and the speed differences between 4 and 5, well, it's going to be all down to the last jibe mark. We have to see that last jibe mark. Out in the lead, Neusman, thoroughly deserved, absolutely be killing it all week. So Neusman is leading. 2nd place,
So in the lead,
Well, actually, second place. Alabao. Am I missing something here?
No, that's not the leaders.
No,
The
no,
leaders
so
are Jive.
we not got the leaders. So Neusman round in first. Then we've got De Goes, Watson in third, and it is Peleg from Israel. Oh, and there's a crash. So it looks like that could be it. It looks like that could be it. That's your top four in your shot, barring a disaster. This will be the top four going for the medal. Neusman out in the lead. Second place is De Goes. Third place, Watson. And fourth place, I'm pretty sure that's Peleg from Israel. Israel 2. Apparently the men's final is starting in 30 seconds. They really don't think about us.
They're pushing us through quickly.
We've got to see the end of this though. But it is going to be Neusman. I'm going to give her a clap because she deserves it. If anyone deserves to be fighting out for the medal, it's Neusman. Absolutely dominant this week. Watson in third, but it's Lillian De Goes that takes second, and she will be fighting out for a medal. Watson from Scotland in third place. Go on! And then we have Peleg, the Israeli, in fourth place. They will go to the medal race. Right, straight up. We go straight up to the men's. This is for a medal. This is for the European title. Let's go
And they've
straight up.
started the men's finals away. Kieran Badlow, top of the line.
We've got Nicholas Goya in the middle. Then we've got Sebastian Kördel further down, just holding on. And right down this bottom end, Nicholas Goya down this bottom end. In the middle, we've got Arnoux getting left out the back door at the moment. And it's Kördel and Goya that are fighting out in this slalom discipline. They've got to be top seeds for this. Kördel will be thanking his lucky stars they've changed the discipline. And that is probably what the race officer thought. We shouldn't be going upwind in that light of wind. It does say in the sailing instructions we should be doing slalom in under 10 knots, and maybe that's the decision. But into the first mark, Sebastian Kördel from Germany. Then we have Nicholas Goya in second place, Kieran Badlow in third, followed by Arnoux in fourth place. Oh, look at Sebastian Kördel go. He's already pulled out a little bit of distance on Nicholas Goya. We should stay with that low camera angle because we really get a really good shot. I know different camera angles are good, but this does not give us anything. That's better. Well, at least, well, to be honest. It's good though. Sebastian Kördel at the moment has one hand on that European
He's the
title.
luckiest guy of the day right now. Got a nice lead out to the second jibe.
All eyes on the jibe mark though. If he drops down, if he touches down, if he comes off the foil, it is over for the German. But at the moment he is leading the pack. Sebastian Kördel from Germany, Nicholas Goya in second, Kieran Badlow in third. So the German goes round. Solid jibe, stays foiling. Nicholas Goya behind him. Another solid jibe. Kieran Badlow in third place. It's looking still on though with two jibes left to go. Arnoux in fourth place. Kieran Badlow with a bronze medal right at this second. Silver medal would go to Nicholas Goya and gold medal would go to Sebastian Kördel. We've got two jibes left and three reaches. Nicholas Goya already putting in a few little pumps. Still, as a person playing that game where you don't move. Musical statues, that's it. Kördel is not moving. He's obviously found his form. It's going light on this inside though, so we might see a few shenanigans on this inside jibe mark.
These guys are still pumping across this reach here. The breeze is bottom end. It is
Look
marginal.
at this, Kördel not moving. I love it. He is just like absolutely locked. Kördel, inside jibe, can't afford to drop off the foil. Great jibe from the big German. Second place, Nicholas Goya. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be a follow my leader all the way to the end? Kieran Badlow, nice high jibe from him. It could come down to a little wind shift. It could come down to a lull. It could come down to pumping. We don't know what's going to happen. This is where the brick wall was hit last time on this reach, and he's already struggling. He's already struggling, and he is being caught up by Nicholas Goya. Goya is closing on him all the time, and Sebastian Kördel's in trouble now. Sebastian Kördel is in trouble as Nicholas Goya is making ground. Kieran Badlow is coming back as well. You can't quite see it from this angle, but I tell you what, Sebastian Kördel is being caught all the time as we go down this reach with one jibe mark to go. Any mistake on this jibe mark and Nicholas Goya will pounce, no doubt about it. It's going to come down to one jibe. This will decide the European champion for 2020 in the first ever IQ foil class.
He's still pumping. The breeze has gone
Oh,
soft. He's got to work.
this is going to be technical. Nicholas Goyer on the inside.
It's okay.
Nicholas
He's
Goyer on the
touched. He's
inside.
touched.
This is going to come down to it.
Coming
Go
back.
on, son.
There
This
we
is a
go.
pumping face. This is going to come down to how fit each of these riders are. This is Olympic sailing. This is where you earn your medals. Nicholas Goyer is actually touching down, and it's Kernel that is out on the foil. Who is going to win this?
It's
I have
Kieran
no
Badlow
clue.
coming back. We
Where
know
is
it's soft towards the finish. It's soft. The guys are high, hunting for the breeze. They're trying to keep foiling. They've got to get low though. They
mate.
get low down to the mark here. It's soft down low. Is Goyer going to pick up the breeze from up top?
I've got to tell you, Goyer has gone high. He's in a tricky position because he's got to get downwind now. So he needs breeze to go downwind. But Kieran Badlow from the Netherlands is coming through. Let's go on the drone shot because Kieran Badlow is pumping his way to maybe European glory in the first ever IQ foil race in 2020. Kieran Badlow is showing why he is going to the Olympics. He is the fittest rider out there. He's the double world RSX champion and the current European champion, and he takes the win. What a race from Kieran Badlow. What a race from Sebastian Kernel and Nicholas Goyer. You've got to feel from in third place. Aaron, do you get a better finish than that,
Does
mate?
not, man. Unbelievable. Just when you thought it was over, just when you thought it was going to be easy, and it was a one and into the finish, the breeze went soft, fitness came in, the guys got caught high. Holy, wow.
That is what Olympic sail is about. I don't want to see any comments because that was fitness. That is why that guy is going to the Olympics.
What is wrong with you? Like,
There we go. That is crazy.
That's impressive. We're still live here.
There's a lot of sailors unhappy. There'd be a lot of sailors happy.
That's the name of the game.
You've got to look at that in different way. It's fitness.
Everybody's going to have an opinion. There's going to be guys that are going to be stoked. There's guys going to be unhappy. Was it fair? It's racing. Winner takes all. Everybody's on the same playing field.
We've got like shows from the beach now. We're going to see a few unhappy people. We just saw Guillard, the brother. He was not happy, was he?
Well, it's really impressive. Why? He's got family ties here. He thought his brother was robbed. He didn't get fighting.
There's the dad, Kieran Badlow's dad. Like I say, double RSX world champion, European champion. There's a reason. He is as fit as he's ever been. He is going to the Olympics.
Well, technically the Olympics would have been 2 weeks ago. This guy is fit. He's fast and he's in form, and he knows how to yacht race. And well, of course I know that. I teach the guy a few tricks. So congratulations, Kieran Badlow.
Like you say, we're going to see mixed feelings on this, but I've got to be honest, I like it because we have already thrown out there what this discipline is about. It's not just about the PWA style racing, full power sailing. It's about this stuff as well. It's a mixing of the fleets, and it's going to come down to that sometimes. I'm not saying it's wrong or is it right. We're leaving that up to you, the guys watching this. Was it exciting?
Well, this was
Did
the
it
second-
tick the boxes?
This is just it. That first final, abandoned. Was that the right thing? Two of the guys were still foiling. There was one guy off the back that was fourth, and he was I believe he was the luckiest point of the day. He looked like he was going to be European champion till the last leg of the course. It went light. He couldn't match the fitness of Badlow. Simple as that. He could not match it. He had the controlling position. He couldn't match it. The game's changed.
It's going to change. Got to be down to fit. This is Olympic sport, Olympic athlete. You know, you have to be fit, and you just showed his fitness there. I mean, like I say, it's probably in the fittest time of his life right now.
I know for a fact. I know the work that's been done, and he played into it. He played the game to his advantage. That's as simple as that, and that's the athlete he is. That's what makes him world champion and European champion in the RSX class. Exciting. There he is, Kieran Badlow. Good job, buddy.
Well, just so you know, we did have Thomas Goyer came into the box and he was like, "What are you saying?" Obviously, his brother has just ended up in third place. He was leading the last one that got cancelled. There's going to be mixed feelings about it all, but it does say in the sailing instructions, under 10 knots, they will do slalom. The IQ foil discipline has taken over from the RSX because they can race in these conditions. If we don't race in these conditions, there's a very good chance windsurfing will not be in the Olympics, and that is a fact.
Well, there was when this class was presented to World Sailing, we believed if we can foil, we can race. And if you come off the foil once, twice, that's the sport. These guys were foiling for 99% of that race. That's valid. Did they have to work for it? Of course they did. That's the name of the game. This is Olympic racing. This is the new format. This is the IQ foil class. We've got a new European champion.
And you've also got to remember, we've got to give Tom Arnoux 4th place in that as well. It's a pretty solid result.
Well, that's just it. He's been in the mix all week. He went into today with 0 points, the same as the leaders, and, well, he capitalised. He was in the final. He had every opportunity. That's great racing.
Like I said, there's a lot of going to be different mixed feelings on this, I'm sure of it, but you have to remember it's foil as well, so it's not just about wind in the sail. If you're fit enough, you've seen the guys on the lake pumping a foil. If you can pump it right, you can literally foil with just your legs. It's a hell of a sport, a hell of a fitness. But I'm sure there's a bit of controversy going on. I'm sure there is. I'm sure the Frenchies are going crazy.
It's the name of the game. You know, it's real simple. That's the sport. That's the new sport. Too big, not fit enough, wrong position. What happened out there?
We have to say, if it was a windy regatta, we might be seeing a different European champion, and that is the beauty of wind sports. It is weather related. It is weather related, that's it. If this was a windy week, we'd have a windy champion. If it was a light wind week, we'd have a light wind champion. If it was a mixture, we'd have a mixed champion. That's just how it goes.
That's okay, looks like the girls are into second.
Okay,
It's the final for the girls. That was exciting, Ben.
Let's calm down a little bit. Let's
Pull it back together. Let's get focus on the girls. They've had some great racing, and they're going to encounter the same sort of racing as the boys did. This breeze, we're touching on the bottom, especially in the bottom part of the course where the breeze is a little bit soft. If they can foil, they can race. It's fair game.
They can foil, they can race. That's the new one. Who have we got in this? Okay, let's run you through it. We've got Isla Watson from Bonnie, Scotland. Up there, I'm sure Johnny Freshwater's watching, cheering her on. She has a chance for medal, and in the slalom discipline, she has looked in really good form. So keep your eyes on that Union Jack there. We've obviously got the top seed in this, Helena Neusman. She has been in devastating form this week. She won the Formula Foil Worlds last week. Slalom suits her. If it goes that light on the last reach, we don't know. As we saw, anything can happen. No foregone conclusions. We have got also Lillian de Goes. You obviously know about Lillian.
I do. Lillian's been our sort of understudy, but also a standout in the Olympic RSX woman. She's 2 times world champion, and she should have obviously had the Olympic Games 3 weeks ago. So she'll be fit. She's strong. I know she hasn't done a lot of foiling. She's picked it up real quick. She's a gutsy little girl. When it goes to the wall pumping, she'll be giving it everything. I know how fit and strong she is.
Okay, so then we've got Daniela Peleg from Israel. Looking at her results, she did pretty good in the slalom, so she'll maybe fancy her chances. She made it into this top 4 in the slalom discipline, as we first saw in the last 8-woman final. So we've got 1 minute and 10 seconds to go, and it is all to play for. The winner of this slalom race will take the European title. Let's see, can Neusman carry on that dominance?
The breeze is soft out there at the moment, so they are going to be pushing the bottom end with the women, just like the men were. The girls are lighter; they've got a smaller sail. Can they get on the foil? Can they stay on the foil? Staying on the foil, clean jibes, nice fast entry, smooth foiling exit. That's the name of the game. It's all about jibing.
I'm pretty pumped already. Like I said, I come from a longboard background, so this whole pumping to the finish is all just part of the game for me. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen in this one. 30 seconds to go. No one is foiling. No one wants to go too far away from the start in case they can't get on the foil. So they all want to stay together.
This is going to be critical. 20 seconds to go, and none of them are on the foil. Are they too close, or is the breeze too soft? That's the question right now. It does look soft up there. 15 seconds. They should be foiling.
Okay, so here we go. We've got de Goes on the far left, Watson just up from her. Then we've got Peleg second from the top, and right at the top we have Neusman. But with 3 or 4 seconds to go, no one is foiling just yet. They're going to have to start pumping now, and here we go.
The Goose,
Lillian de Goes.
pop, and the post Bowman's
Okay.
up. That's a okay.
Oof, I'm going to read some more comments, Aaron.
Here we go. What do we say? Okay.
What's the weight of Kieran Badlow?
I think he's sitting around 75 kilos, 76 kilos.
And that's the thing, you've got it. The problem is with weight, you know, you probably wouldn't make it to this final if you were super lightweight because we've had a windy week. So to make it through to this top 12, you have to sail amazingly well.
Well, I think what you've got is, you know, we've had a windy regatta, and we've had the stronger, bigger PWA sailors. They've been dominant and they've used their weight to their advantage. That's real simple. But we've got a week of racing, and you don't know what you're going to get on the last day. So important thing, get to the top 12, and you have to have the ability to win in anything.
Yeah.
So you can't be a one-trick pony and hope and cry if the conditions weren't in your favour. That's just the name of the game.
I'll say one thing.
For the ladies.
Badlow, talked to him talked to him this morning, talked to him last night. He just seemed, he didn't care what they did today. He was just like, yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, that's just the name of the game. That's the sport. You know, well, what else can we do?
I just saw a couple of Goyas walk past, didn't look best happy.
Well, you know, did everybody foil the whole race? Yeah, they did. Did someone come off the foil? Real simple. You know, you can bitch and moan. The race director has the ultimate control, and when he has the control, and we must respect that, and we give him the respect, and we do what he says. When he makes the call, he knows what's going on in the race course. So, hey, that's life.
I'm interested to see the fallout from this. I'm interested to hear the comments from you guys, because obviously the one thing they're trying to do with this format is to make it exciting. Was it exciting?
Oh, it's
That's
certainly
the main
exciting.
thing.
It's certainly exciting, and you know, for sure the guy that wins is going to be happy. The guy
Have you
that
ever
finishes
seen
fourth
it?
is going to be pretty disappointed. And you know, is a third place pretty good? Of course it is. Was he robbed? I'm not sure. Anyway,
I think you've got to look. You've got to be fit. You've got to sail in light winds. That is the format. We have to be able to prove to World Sailing and the Olympic Federation that we can sail in light winds. If we can't sail in light winds, windsurfing's out the Olympics. It's as simple as that. There's no arguments there. If we say we need 12 knots or 10 knots, they'll say, well, that's not good enough. We're not going to give you a medal.
well, that final delivered what World Sailing wants. As simple as that. It was exciting, it was dynamic, winner takes all, and we pushed the bottom of the conditions that were raceable out there. And there's good breeze at the top of the course, a little bit softer on the bottom. Holy, I'm still pumped, Ben.
I'm still pumped. I can't wait to watch that back. I think as a one-shot screenshot, I think it would be exciting for a non-windsurfer. Yes, we want to see planing and slalom, but we can't do that, so that's what we've got. We have to do it. That's what they're going to say. That's what we've got to produce. If we want windsurfing to be part of the Olympics, that is what we got to produce. And these guys, don't forget, have been fighting all week to get in that top 12. They've had to put some windy races together. They've had to do it all to get to this last man standing type format.
Yeah, it's new, it's different, it's cutthroat. Look what we've got. The girls, the breeze is back. The girls are foiling. This is the final, minute 20 to go. We are still bouncing off the bottom into the range here. Let's see what happens. They need to be foiling at the start. That's the key point here. At least half of the fleet to be foiling. Should there be some mistakes in getting on the foil as well. Clear air in these marginal conditions is certainly something really important.
Here we go. So we're hearing noise. We don't know what it is, but I'm guessing it's in 1 minute. We got 52 seconds on the clock before we go to the proper medal race. 4 women left in. Last woman standing. Who will win it? Neusman dominating all week in the breeze. She's looked good in the light stuff as well. She's been showing she has got what it takes. Can she handle the pressure of this last man standing or last woman standing format?
She's been solid all week, and this will be a testament to her ability. Make this race stick. There we go, 20 seconds. Foiling.
We've got Neusman up the right hand side. We've got Peleg just down from her, the Israeli. Lilian de Groot is not foiling, so Neusman just stalling it. Good skills from Neusman at that top end, not wanting to touch down. Keep it nice and high and keep it dry. That's her tactic. Lilian de Groot is trying to slow down, but she's got a funny angle. I don't think you're allowed to do that. But here we go, Neusman already off, and where's Watson? from Scotland. Not the best start from Watson. She's going to have to hope these three have a little bit of a coming together because she's got a bit of work to do. But out in front, it is Neusman from France. Peleg coming through with a fair bit of speed. She's pretty quick, the Israeli, and Lilian de Groos is pumping through as well. Watson is off your screen on the left. Hopefully we'll see her when we come round the first. There she is. There's our first look at Watson, the Scottish rider, who is pulling in, and she's got a nice inside line as Lilian de Groos gets a bit loose, and we get into the first minute. Let's stay on this camera angle. Please don't change the camera angle. Don't change it. Let's stay on this angle because we've got Neusman coming round in first. So Neusman round in first. Watson up into second place. De Groos in third. Great jibe from Watson, although touches down. Lilian stays flying. Oh, and Neusman pulls away from the pack, and there's a great battle for second place and the silver medal between Watson and De Groos. This is going to come right down to the wire, as we've seen, and it's an exciting discipline. Neusman, the leader all week in the qualifying, the Formula Foil world champion, getting put out the back at the moment is Peleg from Israel, but it's definitely not all over, as we saw from Kieran Badlow in the last one. It's not over until the last reach, until you cross that line. Out in front though, Neusman. She's had about 6 or 7 firsts this week in a 16th place. If anyone deserves to win this European title, it is Helena Neusman. Out in front with a yellow rash vest on, she's going to go into this jibe mark in first place. Eyes are on Watson in second place. Neusman, lovely jibe from Neusman. Watson, nice and tight, just closing the door on De Groos, and she's going to give her a bit of dirty air. Good skills from the Scottish rider, and Peleg, not the best jibe from her, so the top three are getting away from the 4th place rider. But right out in front, Neusman is going to get this, and bless, we've still got 2 jibes to go. 3 reaches. Watson in second place. This would be a massive result for the Scottish rider, all the way from Lochinch in Scotland. What has she got? Can she keep hold of Lilian de Groos behind her? It's not an easy person to keep behind you. She has got a lot of experience, the Dutch rider. But out in front, Neusman is just showing her speed and composure on the foil. But as we go through this course, we really get to the soft stuff. And this is where fitness comes in. This is where tactics of keeping that board flying is all going to come down to it. Let's have a look at the leader as we come onto this inside jibe mark. It's going to be Neusman who goes round first. Can she stay out of trouble? Great jibe from Neusman. Stays nice and high. Where's Watson? Is she going to stay on the foil? She does. Great jibe from Isla Watson. And Lilian de Groos has not given up on that 3rd place, and Peleg from Israel is still within touching distance, but she's going to need a mistake. She's going to need a mistake from the 2nd and 3rd place riders. Out in front though, Neusman has picked up a bit of breeze, and Watson is flying down this reach and controlling 2nd place. Could she get on the medal? She's going to at this rate. This would be a great race for the young Scottish rider. As we go towards the outside jibe mark, and Watson and De Groos are having a battle now. De Groos has got her in her sights. Watson can't afford any mistakes. This is where the pressure builds up. This is where you're feeling it. It's nervous times, and I tell you what, look at the foiling from the front rider. She's having to pump to stay on the foil. Neusman, can she stay on the foil? Come on, Neusman. Everybody wants her to win. She's been in good form. Come on, Neusman. This is where fitness is going to come into it. Oh, she's dropped a little bit, just touching down from Watson. De Groos is behind her. Will the fitness of the Dutch Olympic rider pull through? It's going to be a close battle, no doubt about it, because De Groos has not given up. She's doing a Kieran Badlow. Neusman, though, she has a little look back. She's looking good. She's feeling comfortable. She is looking so comfortable. Like I said, if anyone deserves the title here this week, it's Helena Neusman from France. She has been the standout, and she definitely deserves this. Isla Watson from Scotland. Come on. 3rd place though, Lilian de Groos. It looks like it's going to finish like this. I don't think we're going to see any dramatic finishes as it gets a little bit light. But here she comes. Helena Neusman punches the sky and takes the European title in the first ever IQ foil class for 2020. Amazing silver medal for Isla Watson from Scotland. Lochinch go crazy, and in 3rd place Lilian de Groos from Netherlands. 2 Dutchies on the podium. Aaron, what a race.
Wow, Ben, what a commentary, what a race. I don't think you skipped a beat. Those girls are working hard, you're talking hard as well. Great story, great show. The breeze didn't go soft, they remained foiling. It was light out there. It's light. These girls are pushing the bottom end of these conditions, and the format worked. The girls sailed well. The equipment, the talent, the ability. Well,
Crazy, man.
0
Crazy,
points,
I mean.
final day, and the sport delivered.
The
That's exciting.
idea of this class was to make the last day exciting. They wanted something for the media, that who crosses the line first is the winner. I think we delivered, didn't we? I say
And
we, the boys delivered,
sport
and the
delivered
girls.
in marginal conditions, and that's exciting.
Right.
That's the product. That's what we're trying to deliver. But no doubt about it, we've got a new European champion.
We've got a new European champion, Helena Neusman, Kieran Badlow. Take the wins today. We're going down the beach. We are going to go straight there and get some interviews. See you in a couple of minutes. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so it sounds like we're live. We've not got the wireless cam, so we're having to wait for them to come over. But we've got the leader, winner, European champion for 2020. She's been dominant all week. She won last week. You can come in here. We're going to get you on the camera. That's the face of the 2020 IQ Foil, first ever European champion. How does that feel?
It's feel really great. It was an amazing medal race, really stressful because there was lots of holes in the area. So the wind was unpredictable and it was tough with the girls, but I'm really happy.
Yeah, because obviously a different format of this Europeans. You were dominant all week. You won pretty much every race. This format must have been a little bit scary.
Yeah, this format is scary and actually it's not really fair for windsurfing because we know there are many things that come from the outside, like the forecast, the hole we had in the second semi-final, like in the first semi-finals, and you can't control everything, so even if you have the best, you can lose. So I'm really happy to have won even with this format.
The one thing is, it's very exciting. I mean, it was nervous times.
Yeah, I think for us it's a bit nervous and even more for the people on the shore because they can't do anything and we can hear them shouting, and it was really nice to pass the mark just next to them and hear all the noise. It was really nice.
Is your mum and dad watching?
I think so, yeah, all the family.
I bet they're feeling it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, amazing racing this week. If anyone deserved to win, I think It was definitely you and the women.
Well, thank you very much. And this place and the event is amazing. So thanks a lot to the organizer and for the people like doing everything here. It's amazing for the sport.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There we go. Helena Neusman. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but definitely. I'm good for once. All right, anybody else? Who wants me? Lillian, come on. Come on, talk us through it, because that is tense.
Yeah, it was really exciting, really light also in the beginning at our start. A few races got cancelled, but yeah, really exciting, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
It's obviously not over till it's over. Did you see any of the guys race as well?
Yeah, I saw, but not very good from above, and we were quite quick already starting. But yeah, it must be like really, really challenging and really exciting.
And what do you think of the new format? What's your overall feeling? I bet it's mixed. I know it's mixed. That's what
Yeah,
we're
it's
here to
mixed.
do.
Yeah, I had some ups and downs in the event. So my result I was not happy with some results. So for now, it was really nice to have this last exciting day. But I think if you're like dominating the racing like all week already and then have a shit day here, so maybe you have to go a little bit in between so I think it's maybe a bit extreme, but for now it was really exciting. Yeah.
Well, early days, it was definitely exciting in the commentary box, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you're on the podium. Well done.
Yeah, I'm on the podium, so I'm happy. Yeah,
Well
it's
done.
good.
Good racing. Who have we got? Come on, we got the Scottish in here. We'll see how strong the accent is. Congratulations, amazing racing.
Yeah, oh my god, still quite pumped. It was intense.
You're going quick. You like the slalom discipline? Obviously, you're
Yeah.
liking the foiling.
Yeah, I was glad they changed to slalom because it was a bit light for the upwind, downwind. But yeah.
Did you feel at home in here? It's a bit like the
Yeah.
lock, innit?
Yeah, to be fair, when it got cold, I was like, it's just like, oh, it even looks like it. It's,
Johnny Freshwater says well done.
yes, that's what I saw. Yeah, he'll be happy, I think.
Second in in Europe.
First ever one.
That's amazing. That is amazing stuff. How old are you?
19.
19. So there we go. It's going to be an interesting next 4 years.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Obviously, there's just a test to see how it goes, but yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff, very mixed.
Well, you definitely got the crowd going. It was
Yeah,
going
right.
off. So great stuff.
Yeah, it's really good to see so many people watching, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
good.
perfect. Got the
Yeah.
sun out, the wind's blowing.
I know.
Isla Watson is the silver medalist.
Phew.
Brilliant, nice stuff.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay, we're going to hopefully find the men. Come on, give me the men. Don't usually say that, but we're going to get them in. We got to get the winner in. Come on, let's find the gold medalist, the European champion in the IQ foil discipline for 2020. I tell you what, it's probably the most, I don't know, exciting last reach that was not a full planing race I have ever seen. How was that? I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but that was crazy.
Mate, my heart rate went through the roof. Honestly, we had to work so hard, and then obviously I caught up with Basti with a little bit of a good little wind gust coming from behind, and like you said, we're here, the finish is here, like 20 meters in front of the finish, we're neck and neck, and it does not get more exciting than that. It was.
What's your heart rate doing at that?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it's maxing out. It was maxing out, especially here in altitude. You know, it was intense.
Yeah, that's the thing actually. We are at altitude and it's hard enough for me walking back to the hotel. So I don't know what it's like for you boys out there. But exciting racing, new format. I spoke to you this morning, and out of everyone I spoke to, you were the one who kind of accepted it the most. That's what I felt anyway.
Well, you know, the call's been made. It's a new format we're trying, and it's exciting. You know, I think everybody here is sort of like experiencing this last day as an exciting final day, and that's how it should be. It's all up for grabs. You can lose everything, you can win everything, and yeah, I think we should continue with this. Although, you know, it worked in my favor this time, but I've been on the other side before, and I do think it has its perks, this one.
Yeah, you got to take the ups and the downs, and then when you get the good ones, you got to soak them in.
Yeah, you gotta let it in. Exactly.
Nice work, man. Congratulations.
Cheers. Thank you.
There we go, Kieran Badlow. If you didn't see that, go back on the live stream and watch that last reach. One man who won't want to watch it back too quickly is the man coming up now. But I have to say, mate, impressive racing. I mean, this was a week of pretty much everything. Kicked off with the windy slalom, you dominated, no doubt about it. Matteo and you dominated. Then we had the course racing, you were still right up there. If with the discards had been right, you probably would have gone into that qualifying series in first place. And then we had this do or die crazy situation which I have never been a part of before. Talk us through that. What, give us your feelings.
Well, it was the first time for me as well. Like having your points released for, or like,
Yes,
how do you say
scrapped.
that?
We started with 0 points.
Scrapped for the last day was quite an experience. So just before the first qualification race, the situation on the line was like everybody was really tense. You could really feel it. Matteo started yawning all the time. I started chatting a lot. Other people were really silent. So it was really, you could feel like everybody was so like on it. And then we had the first over early.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, lucky I didn't go. So it was just like not being last in that race. And then I made it through to the last four. And then when you're in the last four, the situation on the line changed a bit. Like everybody was like, hey guys, good job. Good luck. Let's do that race and just finish it and make a good show. And I think we did a good show. And I was on the bitter end of it. But you say I'm waiting for a windier one, and then let's see what happens then.
Because it will all change. We know, windy week, different winners. A light wind week, a mixed week, it's all the same. So people are going to get their chances, and hopefully, the IQ Foil will have a tour.
Yeah.
We're going to have European Championships, World Championships, but essentially there will be a tour.
Yeah.
But one thing it delivered was excitement. Like I say, you're on the wrong end of it this time, but man, you really proved yourself this week.
Yeah. No, I'm happy. Vice European champion is quite cool. Also to show the federation that I have the level to compete on a, I would almost say it's a world level we're having here right now.
Sure.
And so let's see. I like the strong wind more, obviously, but I'm happy that we could hopefully deliver a good show and keep going with this, and also make a showcase for events to come, like get organizers into it and get some money into the sport, and get for sure also young people into the sport. This morning I watched a little clip about the slalom racing we did in high wind on Instagram, and it was so sick. I enjoyed it so much. I'll probably share it on my page too. And in general, just happy after all those races. It was very exhausting. With the racing we did in St. Moritz as well, the exhibition event, and then the Formula Foil Worlds, and now the IQ. Wow, man, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep a lot tonight. I tell you, I'm already feeling it, like getting kind of, the pressure's releasing, and you're like, okay, I'll get my shit together and I go sleep. Maybe a few beers tonight.
Good lad. Well done, mate. Really proved the PLA boys proud here. That wasn't easy racing, and you were right up there. Good skills. Second in the Europe. There we go, Sebastian Kördel, and I think this week we have proved that the IQ Foil Olympic discipline does deliver the goods. We had excitement. We've had a few people not happy, a few people happy. That's the way competition goes. Let us know in the comments and on Facebook and all that what you think of the new discipline. And we will be coming back with the World Championships in Garda. I'm not sure I'm going to be there, but there will be somebody. So hopefully we'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in.